This is Brian Dolby reporting from the NICC Open Forum. I'm with Rob Spindley, who's given a presentation here about nuisance calls. Rob, this is a rising problem, and you were talking about nuisance calls from the NICC perspective. What is that position?
Yeah, that's right. It's an increasing problem. It's got visibility in Parliament and so on. And NICC is made up of operators and vendors from across the UK. And obviously we've got a part to play in trying to solve this problem. And in the various discussions, it was identified that NICC was the best body to look at two particular aspects of this. One is to try and improve the process that we've got for tracing calls between networks in the UK, so that we can track the source of any nuisance calls so that the appropriate regulator could then take action. And the other part of the information that NICC are working on is trying to improve the reliability of the calling number that people see when they get calls, so that they know that that's a genuine number and a genuine person that's calling them.
How confident are you that we can actually do something about this? Because it's a real problem, isn't it?
It is a real problem. We've got to the stage where we've got a process agreed. We're going to start trialling that with Ofcom early in the new year. And that should show us how successful we can be at tracking the calls down. If the call comes from within the UK, because everybody in the UK has to abide by the same rules, then there's a good chance of finding the perpetrators and doing something about it. If the call comes from outside of the UK, then Ofcom currently have got relationships with the Canadian and North American regulator, and they will then attempt to track the call back into their countries so that the calls from abroad can be tracked down as well.
Yeah, because I mean a lot of these calls are coming internationally, aren't they? So is this something for perhaps globally for regulators to get together?
Yes, I think so. Within the country, each regulator and the operators in that country can do something about the problem. But once we cross boundaries, there's got to be some inter-regulator cooperation, because it's not feasible for an operator in the UK to have relationships with every other network operator all over the world. So there's got to be that funneling through the regulators.
So you're confident that we can at least do something about this?
I think we can improve the situation, yes, definitely.
Okay, well thanks for talking to us.
Thank you very much.
So nuisance calls, hopefully one day we'll be able to say a thing of the past.